Episode 5 Detachment. Krishna questions Arjuna, while fighting this war, do you have a hope or desire to win the war? Now imagine, if you neither have the expectations of winning the war nor the fear of losing, what will be your state of mind at the end of the war? Will you be happy and satisfied or sad and angry? Rightly said, neither happy nor sad. Hence, your anxiety or fear is actually not because of the war, but it is because of the outcome of the war. If you detach yourself from the outcome, then there is no joy, there is no anxiety, there is no fear, and there is no anger. And most importantly, do you really have control on the outcome of any of your activity? So why worry about something on which you have no control whatsoever? I would like to bring your interest to a school of thought which existed in Greece 300 BC. A group of people thought that a needless amount of energy is attributed to emotions, and this obstructs one's decision-making process. These were the Stoics, and according to Stoic philosophy, one must imagine not only the best possible outcome, but also the worst possible outcome of an action. That way, whatever is the outcome, your mind is neither happy nor sad with the results. There is no need to worry about something which is not under your control. If you think you can control other people's actions, that is nothing else but manipulation. Kindly let go that way of thinking immediately. It is not good for you. You have right only on your actions, karma, not on the outcome, which is the karma phal. Hence, it is important to focus only on your karma and not karma phal. The karma done without the expectation of the outcome is called nishkamma karma, that is devoid of a desired outcome. As an archer, if you decide to hunt a deer, you have full control and authority on your bow and arrow, your eyesight and your hands. But do you have any control on the movement of the deer? While you want to hunt the deer simply wants to save his life from your arrow. So it also has the full authority on its actions to save its life. In our everyday life, it is very important that each one of us set a goal in life. Keeping our focus on the goal is very important, but the outcome that we get on reaching the goal is not in our control. So one must not even think about the same. If we start thinking about the outcome, our focus gets shifted from the goal. For example, an author writes a book because he or she wishes to share their thoughts or story with people. When they write for the sheer joy of writing, they are able to bring out their creative best. But once the book has been published, naturally, fame and money become an outcome that they must accept with grace, but also remember not to get attached to it. They must continue to write with the same passion as before, as that is their true karma, the action of telling stories. The same is true for every organization and every soul who has their trust in the organization. When employees work by aligning their personal goals with that of the organizations and focus on doing good to the society, then the work itself will give so much joy that the outcome will be fulfilling. When teachers go about their duty as they want to impart their knowledge to their students, automatically they will be excellent teachers. But if the teacher is keen that students must score high marks, or because he or she is earning a salary and teaches with a wrong objective in mind, then the effectiveness of teaching, the relationship that they have with the student, it somewhere gets diluted. Every human being must act in a particular way. But what is most important is the attitude or intention behind every action. The quality of action is determined not by the action, but by the intention of the action. Krishna says to Arjuna, Karma Tyaga, or inaction, or taking sannyas is not an option at all. You are a Kshatriya, and as a Kshatriya, it is your duty to fight against injustice. So do your duty and fight the war without expecting the outcome of the war. In fact, the world today is more harmed by the inaction of good people than by the activities of evil. Those are the people who often think, oh, it is not my business. It is not my community. It is not my religion. Forgetting their very basic karma, the duty towards humanity and future generations. The one who walks the path of karma yoga will perform all the actions necessary, but will also not get immersed into the actions. They will live their life like sansaris, but will enjoy the mental state of a sannyasi. Let me give you an example to help you understand this better. There were two friends who were going to attend a discourse on Bhagavad Gita, and on the way, it starts to rain heavily. Both of them get into a nearby building to take shelter, and as they entered the building, they realized it was a brothel where women were singing and dancing and patrons were drinking. Realizing this, one friend decides to leave the place and continue his journey to the temple where the discourse is happening, and the other simply decides to wait till the rain subsides. On reaching the temple and joining the discourse, the first friend's mind is still in the brothel and keeps thinking, oh, my friend must be having a good time there. The other friend, meanwhile, keeps feeling guilty, wondering what he would be missing at the discourse. So even when he was in the brothel, his mind was detached from the place and his heart was focused on the temple. The first friend was present physically in the temple, but his mind was elsewhere, probably entertaining lewd thoughts. So I believe it is best to summarize, it is all within our headspace, the way we think and the way we approach a situation. We need to live for others. We need to think for others. We need to make a difference to someone else's life. And that is when our life truly has a purpose, a dream. Otherwise, our lives are so monotonous, where we are constantly thinking about ourselves and nothing beyond it. Let us know what you feel. Comment in your experiences and your thoughts. We look forward to seeing you in our next chapter. Feel free to share and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening to us.